Welcome to Trading Sadhguru. Let us first analyze what has happened on intraday basis. This is 5 minutes time frame chart of Nifty, and we appear to have open little gap down, but this gap down was limited to the negativity was limited to the first candles. That was the first 5 minutes only, and we went on. The market went on to make high of the day, that is around 25,953. Okay, from there, market has given up all the gains and made low of the day for most part of the day, and from there a zigzag movement happened. But if you look till the end of the day, it was more of a downward action. And where market closed till 320, low of the day is made. So you can say the Nifty has closed near low of the day. Okay, so this is a negative sentiment wise. It is a negative closing on lows of the days, indicates a bearish momentum, a downside momentum. Okay, so let us go back to our last video and what we anticipating for today, whether it has what we discussed came true or how close we were. Yeah, this is our previous video where we had discussed the levels expected for today. Okay, so what we predicted, an upside, the most what do you call, the worst case scenario will be 26,100, and these are the possible levels. On the downside, breach of 25,800, which was holding yesterday, will open the doors for 25,710. And where the Nifty closed today, 25,711. Okay, so it worked out very well for even 950. We said 950 on the upside, 710 on the downside. Both are 800 is also taken out. So perfectly worked out what we anticipated for today. Okay, so what is ahead? So what lies in the, what can we expect, and not just for Monday, for the coming week, that is next Monday to Friday. Before that, let us review our weekly video, what we had said and what has actually happened. Yeah, this is our weekly level. So the upside, our bias was negative, worked out very well. So closed near lows of the week, and 26,000 was the ceiling, perfectly worked out. And we expected Nifty to move downwards. And the important levels on the downside, we indicated 670, 580, 460. All these levels are important for this week also. Okay. Okay. So our bias was negative. Upside ceiling was 26,000 on a weekly basis. Okay. Our levels were very good. So this is our daily candle, and this was the 27th October, which candle is the starting one, the green candle. Okay. So it appeared like in the last week, Nifty traded in a zone trading range, that is 26,100 to, till yesterday it was 25,800. Considering today's closure, for the entire week, you may say 25,700. So this average was around 300 points. So as discussed in our last video, this is 950 plus or minus 150. This range is now broken on the downside. So we closed at close of the day around 700. Okay, so this temporary top has been made. From another angle, if you want to look at it, yeah, here it is. This we had been discussing in our weekly video and before that. So this is almost near the September 2024 high, swing high, that is around 26,200. Okay, here it is around 100, so we could not go beyond this level and we corrected steeply from here. Okay, so from the data that is being developed, that is developing, it appears that we are heading in the downward direction in the coming week. So which are the levels? Okay, so first important level would be this high. Okay, post which another high, and here appears to be a decent support here. Okay, breach of which we are looking for around 25,050 to 25,000 level. Okay, so in the longer run we may move further down, but we'll restrict our view for the next week on the downside to 25,050 level. Okay, so for the coming week, which are the levels that we need to watch out? Okay, on the downside. So the week starting from Monday to Friday, that is 25th of 23rd of November, 3rd to 7th November 2025. So what are we looking at? We are around 711. So roughly you can say 25, 711 where we are now. Okay. So upside is limited. We are limiting our view on upside to 25,850, reach of which we are looking for 25,950, above which 26,000, 26,000 in worst case scenario as per our analysis. Okay. So these are possible likely levels. So the more probable our bias is going to be, first thing, there is no change in our bias. Bias is going to be negative for the coming week. So we expect, in case this level is breached on first day itself, and either through gap down or through intraday action, so we expect Nifty to move all the way towards 25,550. Okay, so breach of which 25,450. And if this level is also breached and traded below this level for 15 to 20 minutes on intraday basis, you may see a further down move towards 25,230, followed by 25,050 or 60. Okay, so these are the most probable levels for the coming week. And you may also keep an eye on moving averages, whatever you follow, with a simple moving average or exponential moving averages, where they are for intraday supports and resistance. Also, this Fibonacci levels of golden ratio, we just closed near this. So breach of which 582, as per our thing, 550 falls here. So this is also an important level, 50% correction. Okay. So our bias is, let us revise what we had discussed. For the coming week, our bias is negative. If 711 is not sustained, breached on the first day, so we expect market to go all the way towards 550, followed by 450, 230. Okay. So in case market opens gap up or shoots up, so our limits on upper side are 25,850 and 950. Okay. So these levels are not something, what do you call, absolute. Only for the analysis purpose, we are defining our limits on upside as well as downside. Otherwise, market is supreme. It can take you anywhere depending on the how the demand and supply play. Okay, so the levels mentioned here are not any recommendations for trade. So if someone wants to take a trade or invest their hard-earned money, so please consult your financial advisor and also do your due diligence. Okay, so these are all for analysis and academic purpose only. So far in the last week, our analysis was spot on, and we expect uh, that we will be in sync with the market for the coming week also. Okay, that's all for now. Take care. Bye bye.